Oh yeah, Amy, do you want to record this?
Yes, I just started recording it.
Okay, cool. So, Davina, if you would, and like I said, we're not going to take a ton of time with everybody, but if you would just kind of introduce yourself, like explain how you got started, when you got started, and just a little bit about like your why maybe and what were you were doing before it works.
Okay, I'll try and do this fast. So I started last June, and
And you
Jenny,
were a $9.99 enrollment, right?
yeah, yeah, really good deal. I wish that was still going on. But anyways, Jenny enrolled me. We have been talking on Instagram probably for like a year, asking. She wanted me to join, wanted me to try products, and like I was not having it. I mean, I asked a million questions, blah, 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 finally joined in June because I am a graduate student. I got into an advanced standing program. And it's 2 years, so constantly. So we go like through January to December, no breaks. And I couldn't work my normal job anymore. One, because of that, two, because of medical problems. So I said, why not? It's $10. So I joined, and me and my best friend at the time were going to do it. And she completely backed out, told me I was crazy. We stopped talking. And I want to say in my first month, I got a couple $100 in bonuses. I got my shopping spree. I was really excited. But I didn't really know a super big why other than that I needed to have some form of income because I didn't have a lot of bills. I'm living at home. But my dad wanted me to like pitch in for groceries and stuff. So I was taking off my job for the summer, and I thought I would have to go back come school year time, just money wise. And I ended up like making enough with this that I was able just to go back to that job for fun. So I work 3 hours a week with that girl. And it's mostly just because she's so attached. Like I could leave if I want to. But I do that for fun during the week now instead of income. But I still like really didn't know why. And then I think it was November, because the first month of Christmas cash, I didn't really do anything. I was like, I need to get money for Christmas presents, and I need to pay for the surgery that I really need. So I busted my butt in November, got like $800 or $900 in Christmas cash, and then ended up like finally being able to pay for Christmas presents besides like dollar store and stuff. And I realized, okay, this business is awesome. And I promoted to executive, and I started kind of getting addicted. Like, okay, I need to promote to the next step. I need to pay for surgery. So it wasn't truly like real that I was having the surgery yet. So it was still a little far fetched. So then I went to conference, and conference like blew me away. I really wanted to promote. And I found out like right around conference time, the surgery I was having was going to be $5,000. And at conference, they announced a $5,000 bonus. So I'm like, of course, I need to get that $5,000 bonus. So I ended up having surgery like 3 days after conference. And we had to pay, I think it was like $5,500 out of pocket. And I was able to use some of the Ruby promotion money to put towards that. And then I hit Emerald this month because we got $3,000 in bills again from surgery. And I was like, okay, like I need to pay this. So just hit that. And like all my friends and family were so supportive, like ordered from me to help reach it. So it's been like a really exciting week in my house. Like everyone's really excited about the bonus. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, can you talk to us a little bit about what you're doing? I mean, like you said, you were in the business for 6 months. You didn't really do a lot with it. You know, you're making a couple
Yeah.
$100 here and there. You're working mainly on Instagram,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
also you do a lot of in person, and you're building a lot of the local team too, right? And you
Yeah.
guys, she's up in Maine, where like no one's ever even heard of it works. Like she has to start every conversation from complete scratch where they're like, what's that? We don't know what that is. So talk to us just kind of, I think the biggest thing that I saw in your team is you guys are all really young. but
Mhm.
you guys all like become best friends.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
you're
gosh.
really raising leaders. Like people are really accountable for their own business. Like every exec knew what they were shooting for. Every Ruby knew what they were shooting for. Like how did you create that community in your team really just in the last couple months?
Yeah, it's been like really strong since conference. Because before that it was like shaky, and like since conference, like everyone that we've signed has become like best friends. So I mean, a big thing is we have a group chat on Facebook, and like all day we talk, whether it's about business or whether it's like an annoying thing going on in our day. Like we have this massive girl like group chat, and we talk all day, and I feel like everyone feels comfortable. I know a lot of girls on my team, they've never had supportive friends. So having that supportive group chat is like so important. And we add everybody to it. So I think the oldest person in there is Courtney's aunt, and she even chimes in on conversations sometimes. And then our youngest is Sky, who's like graduating high school. And I don't know if Jenny's brought it up, but we have a group contest. And like every time someone signs a customer, we're sending like a dancing emoji. Like we're cheering everyone on. So like there's a lot of excitement even over like signing fat fighters. So it's constantly like building that confidence. Always commenting on each other's pictures, like writing on each other's walls. I feel like I can't keep up with how many best friends I have because of our group chat. It's like everyone's my best friend. So it's really fun, and sometimes I'm like, guys, I'm not going to be here, so like you all need to be best friends today and like talk to each other because I have stuff to do, and like everyone's comfortable talking to each other. So it's really nice.
That's awesome. And that's one thing you guys, Davina told me a couple months ago is that she, when she meets someone and she blitzes someone, even if they're not interested in the business, she then just turns them into her best friend and just keeps talking to them about life. And then eventually they're like, so what do you do again? And then they want to join her. And then they have such a trusting, deep relationship that they want to really be in it. And like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So Davina, can you give us maybe, I know you guys pulled in massive amounts of volume
Oh my gosh.
last
Yeah.
month. I mean, oh my gosh, going from paid as distributor to Emerald less than 2 months later, and a strong, very solid growing Emerald. 2 boxes from Diamond, correct? It's
Yes. Yeah.
2 boxes from
Yeah.
Diamond.
And like
Definitely going
3,000.
Diamond this month, right?
Yeah, I think I'm like 3,000 in volume. I think I sent you earlier. So really
Yes. She
close.
already has projected volumes for the month and knows that she will hit it like on the 25th. Like amazing. And she's gonna, we're trying to convince her she can go double. But Davina, can you give us maybe one tip? Like, what was your team doing last month that just brought in tons of loyals and tons of volume?
So the big thing we incorporated the second half of the month was the three-way messaging that was, I think, on Cammy's live. And essentially like just anytime like we message about like customers or distributors saying like, hey, we just started this business, this is me and my business partner, would you be interested in hearing more? And for some reason when there's two people in the chat, like people respond so much faster. I don't know if it's because they feel they need to or what the reasoning is, but it would be people that have been ignoring people on my team for like weeks, and then if it was me and them that messaged them, they would respond. So we did a lot of three ways, and then host to post, we did host to post towards the end of the month too. That brought in a lot of people. um and Instagram stories, we do Instagram stories like every day. That's been a big thing too.
With polls, like asking for
Yeah.
products or?
Yeah, a mix. Like, so try and not do like all at work stuff, but sometimes we get caught up doing all at work stuff. But just like polls or saying like we have this huge deal right now going on. I know we signed a lot of cleanses the end of last month. Like everything was cleanse. And I don't know if that's because everyone's kickstarting their diets right now or what it was, but it was like every sign was cleanse. So we've been promoting cleanse most of the time because everyone's buying it right now. So
Great. And it's an easy upsell to the Fit 5, so that's awesome. Great. Well, awesome. I don't want to take up too much more time, Amy, because I know we have a lot of other questions to ask, but Davina, thank you so much and congratulations. You are just a rock star, and you guys a full-time grad student, like with family obligations and boyfriend and all that. So, I mean, definitely no excuses. So we can't wait to be congratulating you on going diamond in 21 days.
I'll probably pass out, yeah.
Hey, Tina, I have a quick question for you. Did two people initially start the group message? So, like, if me and Allie are teammates and I have a person I want to group text, like, without even telling the person, I just start a group text with Allie and the potential?
Yeah, I've been doing, like, if they've been talking to them for a long time and they're, like, not off the fence, I have them message and say, like, hey, my business partner has been in this a little longer. Like, she'd love to give you info. But if it's, like, new, they just send it with me in it.
Yeah, that's what I used to do when I was going for ambassador, but I stepped away from that. But I thought maybe you guys just, like, off the bat started a message. I'm like, I might try that tactic and see if it works.
Yeah, it really does. I've realized it works really well for customers.
Yeah. I've always asked people if they wanted to be in a group chat, but I've never just been like, hey, Allie, I'm going to start a group chat with potential, and she doesn't even know it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So that's what you did.
Yeah, and so, like, sometimes I'll have, like, 75 messages on my phone, and I'm like, guys, I'm getting back to them. Like, it's just a lot, but it works.
That's cool.
So.
I need to try that again. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, girl. Congratulations. I can't wait to see you go diamond.
Thank you.
Okay, Jonathan's next. Yay! Hold on, let me unmute you. Darn it. Oh, there you are. Hey.
Yep. Hey.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I don't know if I've ever interviewed a guy. I really don't think I have in 4 years, so this is super cool for me. Okay, Jonathan, tell us a little bit about you and where you live and your family and how you kind of got started with It Works.
Okay, I'm from Foley, Alabama, which is down near the beach in Alabama, and I'm married and have 3 kids. Knox is 5, McKinley's 3, and Hayes is 6 months. So we're pretty busy all the time.
Oh, wow.
My wife and I are both full-time teachers. And
your wife doesn't do the business, right?
No, technically I do the business for her, I guess. I use her on my team, so yeah.
That's awesome. But, okay. Didn't you use our products before you started as a distributor?
Yes, we started with one of the people on Jamie's team. My wife ordered some stuff and we tried greens and just kind of took off from there. And we've had friends in college from, 5 years ago that have been using It Works and selling It Works. And we just assumed it was some kind of, get on board, make a little money scam kind of thing. And it finally caught on.
Okay. So tell us what you're doing. You double promoted, am I right, to Ruby, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I started on February 10th. So my first half a month, however long, I was at the distributor level, and then I promoted this past month to executive and to Ruby before the end of the month.
Oh my God, I love it.
The last day of the month, it felt like the NFL draft in my kitchen. It was crazy. We were trying to find enough people and get everything we needed, for my wife and I to promote up. So.
Oh my God, I love this so much. This is so awesome. Okay, so Jonathan, you know that you're in a female-dominated business. I mean, you are, but all of us women, most of us anyways, we may have husbands, we may have partners, boyfriends, whatever. Tell us what you're doing and how you're just so confident. You are slinging up belly pictures on your profile. You don't care, do you? Like, you are all about this.
Well, I mean, I guess it's easier for me because I've lost 84 pounds since November, and it really works. That's what I market people with. So I'm, a product of our products.
Okay. Time out. Tell us what you're using.
So initially I was using a medicine called Adipex that one of my friends was like, dude, you should do keto and do this. It made me crazy. I was irritable. I didn't really I was kind of depressed, whatever. So I stopped that within the first month and then started using greens. I used keto coffee, used ketones, just kind of a mix of things.
And you're on the keto diet.
Yes. Yeah, I only eat like 10 grams of carbs a day, give or take.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. Is your wife also on the keto diet?
Not yet. She's still breastfeeding, so eventually,
Okay.
yes.
Have you gotten your approved before and after corporate pictures? I don't even know if they would approve 84 pounds in 4 months, but
No, I haven't.
do you have a before and after?
No, I have like, random one I picked off of Facebook, and you can really tell a huge difference, but like I don't have like a legitimate like for corporate approved, picture.
Okay, so tell me, what is your goal this month? You double promoted to Ruby. Do you have this month to get the Emerald bonus?
Yeah, I have until the 30th, so that's my first goal. But I would like to double promote again if I can. But who knows? We'll see.
Okay, well, how far away are you from Emerald? Let us know so we can hold you accountable.
Okay, so my wife, kind of funny, she made me this huge chart that is like your corporate approved version of what you need to get to Emerald. So I've kind of filled that in, and I need two more legs of 400 under her, and then on another side I need the person to become Ruby. And that's pretty much it. Everybody else has what they need, so I'm pretty close.
You're super close. I have a feeling you're going to be getting that $5,000 bonus. And so your wife does all of this, but she doesn't like actively sell the products, right?
No, she like nonchalant mentions it to people and then she directs them to me.
Oh my God, it's so roles reversed. And like, that's how it is in my house. Steve will be on the golf course and take his greens. And he's like, I mean, if you want to try this, my wife sells it. But like, it's kind of made us a lot of money. But anyways, that is so funny. Well, I'm just so proud of you. So if you have any tips for newbies, that are on here tonight, or even people who have been around for a long time, like just anything that you can give, tell us that you're doing that's working, or anything that you've learned over the last month and a half in the business, please share a little bit with us.
Okay. I would tell people definitely to trust their upline and their team, and always be positive. Be yourself. Be real with people. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear about something that you don't believe in. Just be genuine with people.
That's awesome. And I'm sure you've been told no before, right?
Oh yeah, hundreds of times already. You can't let that get to you. You have to keep going, keep pushing.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to have you back on a Zoom at the beginning of May, and you too, Davina, when y'all both hit diamond. And so perfect. Yeah, Ashley has a question for you, but let me finish this thought. So at the beginning of May, y'all, there's 190 of us on. We are all holding Jonathan and Davina accountable tonight. They are going diamond at the end of this month, and we are going to put them on an even bigger Zoom. I'll open it up to like a lot of more people, and yeah, I know, Ashley, I can't talk. I'll open it up to a lot of leadership pages, and we will fill this Zoom at max capacity, 300 people, and we're all going to yell congratulations to y'all, okay? So y'all are going to do that this month, but Ashley wants to know, can you tell us as a man how you are approaching people? I think this is the biggest holdup for men.
I mean, I think the same way that anybody would approach people. You just have to make that first step and approach them. Like I said, being positive, messaging people, and like reconnecting with old friends or people from high school, people you haven't talked to in a while. Just the same way everybody else does, just in a positive way.
That's awesome. So it's just like us. All right.
Yeah.
Are most of your customers male or female?
I actually don't have any male customers or distributors.
So awesome. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see y'all go diamond. This may be one of my most excited diamond experiences ever. Okay, so anyways, I'm proud of you guys. Thank you so much, Jonathan. And then now we're going to go to our featured guest, Miss Ashleyblome. Did I say it right this time? I mean, y'all know by now that I butcher names like crazy. I had hooked on phonics as a child, but it did not work for me. So it is really, really a sad day. My 6-year-old can pronounce names better than me. So anyways, here's Ashley. All right, girl. I unmuted. There you are.
Hi.
I gotta find you. Can
you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you all right.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, how excited are you right now?
I'm so excited. I don't even know. Like I was telling my team, I'm like, I feel like it's not even, I don't know. I feel like it's not real. I don't know. I guess it won't be real until I get paid, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm so happy. When you said Bloom, I was like, our whole team chat, they're like, oh my God, she said it again.
Y'all, just know Amy's going to butcher names, okay? Y'all just accept me for who I am. I'm just teasing. Okay, Ashley. So, y'all, I've got to tell you, I met this girl, I think officially, was it 2 years ago at Bonnie's Retreat, or was it just last summer?
I think last summer, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so last summer, I met Ashley. And I'm just going to let you guys, I didn't even know her story. I knew that she was this like beautiful girl who makes amazing posts and she's very consistent, but I didn't know her story, and that's her story to share, like how she found it works, what she went through, whatever. But I will tell you this, you guys, probably out of the last 4 years, I've never wanted someone to promote so much as I have Ashley, and she doesn't affect my paycheck. She is not directly underneath me. She's under Allie, which she's actually under Lauren, which Lauren is under Allie. But I admire her. You're not even 21 yet, are you? Or are you?
No, I'm 22. I'll be 23 in July.
Well, she's 22. Anyways, but she is like one of my biggest, and I'm not joking when I say this, I tell her this all the time, and I don't think she believes me, but she really is one of my biggest inspirations in this business, just because she could have quit. Yeah, I'm a wreck. I mean, y'all act like y'all just met me or something. Anyways, she could have quit so many times. She's gone through a lot of ups and downs in the business, but she has stayed true to this company. She stayed true to herself. She stayed true to her team. And anybody would be lucky if they call her leader or just their sideline friend. She's one of the most one team, one mission people I've ever met in my life, as far as like sending me stuff and just coaching me. And I mean, y'all, it's crazy. So Ashley, I am so excited for you to be on this Zoom tonight. Please tell us just anything you want to tell us about your backstory, how you found it works, how long you've been a part of it, and we'll go from there. And you know, I like to interrupt and ask questions, and that's just me. Okay. So anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So I started at Works 3 years ago, which my first 7 months, I didn't really work the business just because I was going through a lot in my life, and I was super worried. You know, at 19, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what are people going to think about me? I didn't have like any friends. I mean, literally like 2 friends. And one of them is actually on here right now, and she's one of my distributors, and she just went Ruby. But my cousin actually joined at Works, and then my aunt joined her, and I just met up with her because I just needed something so bad. Like I needed money like right away, but I don't know why for 7 months I still didn't work it. But then one day it just clicked, and I was like, okay, like I think it was actually someone in our team page. Like I just kept like looking at the team pages. So I think that's one thing, is like, just don't delete people out of the team page. Like I was a stalker in the team page all the time, even though I wasn't working the business. And then one day I was like, you know what? Like I can do this. I just have to like put my blinders on and actually go for it. And like my first month, I started working it. I promoted to executive, and then the next month I went Ruby, and then I went Diamond after that. And I was Diamond for 2 years, like literally 25 months. I was a Diamond before I went double Diamond, which is crazy because like they said, like I could have quit. I lost my rank multiple times. I lost a bonus. And there were so many ups and downs. And it's so crazy because I just never thought, and I don't know, I feel like I get like emotional, but I just never thought that like I would be where I am right now. And it's like, I don't know, like I was always that person who like struggled with like being me and finding myself. And because of this business, I've been able to like do so much, but not only for myself, just like for my team. I feel like I never cared about anybody but myself. And because of this, like I've been able to just care so much for people in ways that I didn't think was possible. And I told myself I wasn't going to cry. I just got a spray tan, and if it freaking comes off, I'll be so mad. But I don't know. I just feel like you said, like there's just so many ups and downs, and I feel like so many people quit when it gets hard. And that's why I'm always, I'm super honest with my team about everything. Like they know everything that I go through and all of the struggles and all of that.
Well, and one thing I really want to point out is because I kind of, that's kind of really how I knew you. And we're not going to name any names, but a girl on my team was one of your very best friends in this business. She was a sideline sister, and those are, or sideline team member, whatever. Those are so, vital to have in this business. And y'all were just inseparable. And she left when things got hard for her, and she lost rank, and she left to go to another MLM, because it's so easy, y'all, for us to look at and everything in life, the grass is greener on the other side, right? Whether it's relationships, friendships, businesses, whatever. And she thought she was just going to go over to this next company and be a rock star. Anyways, and at that point, I know that was, you were losing your rank, and she left, and that was your best friend, and you still stayed. Can you talk to us about that? Because I think if you stay in this business long enough, you're going to lose a really important person to you that, you worked with or that you became close with. So can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sorry, I know my dogs are going to start barking because Trey's going to walk in. So if I mute myself at any time, it's just because my dogs are barking.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, when I look back, it's like, that was not a healthy friendship. Like, it was like, call me to cry, you know what I mean? And complain and do this. And it was just, at the time I thought it was everything that I needed, you know what I mean? But now I look back and I'm like so happy that I don't even talk to her in a nice way. It's not a bad thing. It's just a good thing that it is the way it is.
Right.
But we lost rank at the exact same time, like the exact same day. And we both dropped down to Emerald, and I was like, oh my gosh, like and then she left, and now she's been with 4 different companies since. Somebody's sharing.
Tiffany, you're sharing your screen, sweet girl. If you could just, I don't know why. There we go. Okay, go ahead.
And it's so weird because whenever I hit double, I was like sitting here crying by myself, and then Trey walked in the door and he's like, remember all those times like you thought you should like be with another company? And I was like, oh my gosh, like, because I really did, because so many people were leaving, and I was like, why were they ever in my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not supposed to like do what they do, you're like, be with them on this journey. And I really think it's just because, like, to tell you guys that if you're dealing with that, like, you're going to be able to get through it too. And that there's going to be people who leave, but it's just going to be like, it's going to be the best thing when you look at it, because now I have people on my team who are my best friends, and like, they're never going to leave, So I always prayed for like to have teammates that were my best friends like this time last year. And now I just have like this crazy team of people who I love so much. And it's just like, I would have never had that if I didn't struggle through it. And like, even double this last month, like, I didn't even know it was going to happen. Like, we were 2,800 volume away on the 25th. Like, it was not going to happen. And then it just, I don't even know. I don't know what happened, but I mean, I know what happened. Like, we literally were praying like crazy and working. And I always tell people that, like, if you put faith, hard work, and integrity together, you will get what you want. But you can't just have one or the other, and you can't just have 2 of them. You have to have all 3 of them. And that's exactly what I've done. And I've worked so hard for the past, I would say 2 years, but really like the past 8 months, I've never had a day that I didn't work. And even now it's kind of hard for me to like slow down. Like, I feel like I still need to work at that pace, but I need to give myself a break and relax, still work, but just not do this crazy, crazy amount of work where I'm burnt out from it. Like, I've gotten to double, but I still need to go, but just not at a crazy pace to where I don't enjoy it anymore, if that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense. And that's kind of what we talked about with Howard last night, is that you got to trust your process that you're putting in daily, but trusting the process doesn't mean that you can't do anything during the day and then you just pray that people are going to come. You got to put those daily actions steps. And I know you do. I mean, I'm following your checklist. I now carry around something. I do tally marks because of you, okay? No, and actually, I haven't finished all my tallies tonight, so I know I can't get in my bed until I finish those. Anyways, okay, so what I haven't told you guys yet is that during all of this, Ashley still was a freaking top recruiter for Lauren's team. I mean, like, months and months in a row, she was up there, if not the number 1. At least she was in the top 5, probably. I mean, Lauren would have to correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, she was a top recruiter when it came to customers and distributors. So Ashley, tell us and she still didn't quit, y'all. Like, I don't know if I would be stuck at Diamond. I'm enrolling 40 customers a month and distributors. And if it wasn't moving and shaking, I don't know. I mean, I hope to say I would stick it out, but I don't know. And that's why I have so much respect for you, Ashley, because you listened to all the people who believed in you. And I know I would tell you every time I saw you, I can't wait to see you walk across that stage as an ambassador, because you are going to be an ambassador Diamond. In my mind, you already are. But anyways, tell us about what your day-to-day looks like. Everyone wants to know what you're doing. And tell us kind of your discipline, because you have discipline that I only dreamed that I would have one day. So talk to us about that.
Okay, so every day I don't even like send a message or try to reply to messages until I pray. So you got to make sure you're starting your day with that. And then I have my affirmations, which are, it's so funny. It's just like right here. So it's just like that rise up thing that Chantel or Julie Peach, they put in Ready to Run. So it's just affirmations. Make sure that you say that, and like immediately, that's what I've done for 8 months, is said that every single morning. And then I have my devotion book. And then I'll start just the simple stuff, but it's just when we're on vacation or when it's our boyfriend's birthday or Valentine's Day, like we just don't do it. So it's just literally doing it every day. I've gone on vacation 5 times since I've been doing this, and I have not stopped doing it in the past 8 months. So it's praying, adding people on Facebook, interacting with people, messaging 50 to 100 people a day, following 200 to 400 people a day, telling people happy birthday on Facebook.
Did you work? You worked full time when you did this too, didn't you?
No. I've been just ever since I joined It Works. It was just like what I was doing, like hoping that it would be.
What's your biggest piece of advice for? Because you have teammates that work. So what do you tell them as far as what they should be doing during their work schedule? And I would like to just like highlight what she said, just like what Allie said. A checklist isn't anything, you guys, or a 6 list is nothing if you don't put the daily, or if you don't put the action behind it. I can write down every day that I want to be a good mom, a good wife, a good friend, clean my house on a piece of paper. But if I'm actually not doing it, then why am I writing it down? Am I correct, Ashley?
Yeah. So I actually started doing this. Haley and Gabby, they told me to do this like maybe 2 months ago. Don't write it down until you actually did it.
Yes, that's what you told me.
It's genius. Like, I don't even care about a to-do list. It's a, like, what did I do list? Like, what have I finished? And that has just been like huge, because I mean, honestly, like the last 5 days of the month, like I didn't have time to follow people. All I was doing was messaging people, and I didn't make a to-do list, but I know that I was on my phone, like literally from morning until night. But for people who work full-time, I mean, I would just say get on Amy's Zooms at 6 a.m. Haley does it every single day. She's on the Zoom, and then she works.
She's my DJ. If it wasn't for Haley, everybody would be, according to everybody else, they'd be crying and slitting their wrists because of my country music. I literally had people message me telling me that. So anyways, go ahead.
She works anywhere from 40 to 50 hours a week. And then when she gets home, she literally stays up until midnight. Like, it's just making it a priority, and realizing that you might have to put a little bit of time in right now, but it's going to pay off forever. And like, whenever Bonnie and I were at lunch today, she was telling me like, just take a break. So I'm going to Florida for the next 4 days. She's like, just relax, enjoy it, like still do your stuff. And I was like, I know, but I have 7 more years in my 20s that I need to grind. Like 7 years, I can do it. 7 years, and then I don't have to do anything anymore. Obviously, I'll still do It Works, but you know what I'm saying? Like all out massive action. So figure out a time frame of when you want to be able to be done doing this, but don't make it 2 months, 6 months. Like, look at the future. And I know by the time I'm 30, I need to be Ambassador Diamond. I need to be in the Millionaires Club, and I need to make this like money that I can do forever. Like this is going to be like a residual income, just like it is for you. And so I think with people who work full time, I mean, I just do this all day. Like it's my job already. And I've actually, had other things on my plate the past month, and it's been really, really stressful, but I've still been able to do it. So I think just making it a priority, and just don't make excuses,
Yeah, and I totally agree. Totally agree with you guys. And I was just like Haley. I mean, I worked all the way up until I went ambassador in March, and I finished my job because I was a school counselor. I finished that until July. So I worked all the way up until ambassador. What Ashley just said, I made it work, guys. I got up earlier, I went to bed later, and I sat my family down and I told them what I was going for. The one thing I do want to say, and this comes with my years of, I got a few more years on some people here, and I think Allie will back me up. Ashley Renau will back me up. I don't know who else is on here. But the one thing, and I want to tell you, Ashley, enjoy a little bit of time in Florida. Put your phone in your room, because I will tell you guys, you can't go at this pace for years and years and years and not eventually get resentment, or people in your family resenting you, or you getting burnt out of this business. And that is why it is so awesome to have those to-do lists, or what did I do lists. It's so awesome to get up and get in the morning and get that solid hour of work done, or before you go to bed, because you cannot go at this pace for years and years without taking a little bit of time for yourself. I made that mistake. I know so many other people did. But what Ashley Renau just said that I want to just read out loud in case you guys aren't reading the chat is that you'll do a lot in the beginning, like Ashley was talking about, that you only get paid for in the future. You'll get paid for a lot that you aren't doing right now. That's the beauty of residual income. So you never start working, but you will get paid for things that other people are doing. So Pam always said, look at your paycheck now, and it can reflect the last 7 months of activity. So in my 4 years, the 6 months that maybe I wasn't pushing so hard, I didn't see it right away, because that's residual income. My checks were still great. I was still collecting that income. And then 6 months, maybe my checks were going down, and it's because of my inactivity. So that's why it's so important to come up with a schedule. And I know, Ashley, you do this full time, but I also know you take breaks during the day. Am I right?
Are you talking to me or Ashley?
Yeah, no, I'm talking to you.
I was like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, like I'll fold the laundry and stuff like that.
Fold laundry. How about, do you go on dates with your boyfriend?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I'm still, I don't know. That's just how I am. And I probably will get burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably will one day.
No, I'm not saying that. And some people don't. I'm just saying you have a goal in mind. You want to go Ambassador Diamond, and you want to do that. And that's what you're pushing for. Am I right?
Yeah, and I will say that you're so true on the 7 to 8 month time span, because I started this whole thing on August 26th.
Yes. Okay. Time out. Okay. Really touch base on that. Like, let's start from, give us your timeline, because this is so true, y'all. So true.
So I started making my to-do list because whenever I first started the business, I always did a to-do list, but I don't know why I stopped. I don't know. I went diamond and thought I didn't have to work anymore. So I was just like, whatever. So on August 22nd of 2017, I started making my to-do list, and it was just stuff that we were always supposed to be doing. I actually started it like 2 days before we went to the Kansas City boot camp, and I left with a fire. Like that was better than conference for me and green carpet. Like it was just, for me, that was just my event that really like pumped me up. So I went to that, and I mean, it was just every single day doing it. And I even went to Alabama in September for my friend's wedding. I went to Colorado with Trey in December. Like we've gone on so many vacations, and I've still done my to-do list. So August 22nd on March 22nd, that is 7 months, right? September, October, November, December, March. Wait. Yeah. Well, when did it? August. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, that's 7 months. And I hit double diamond on the 29th or the 30th.
And it's so true, y'all. So like, I think, and this is a good lesson to teach our new distributors when we're signing up, because so many new distributors are just like, oh, I haven't signed up 10 customers this month or whatever. But the work that we put in now, and that's why like I actually, I shared this, and I'm going to share it again for whoever's listening, but March and February, March are typically, and April, my biggest enrollment months. They have been for the last 4 years I've been in this business. But I've signed more loyal customers this year than I've ever signed in my life, and I'm not signing distributors. And so I got frustrated. I talked to Ashley Renau on the phone, and Ashley was like, Amy, maybe this is just a planting season for you. So, because I know I'm doing more work now, but since I've started getting up in the morning for these power hours, I work more now during the day than I have been in the last 6 months. But guess what? I started getting up early in January. So January, February, March. I might not see this till April, May, June. June and July might be my biggest months this year, which typically they're not my biggest months, but it's because of all the work I'm putting up until then. So basically what I want you guys to get out of what she's saying is consistency. You hear it all the time from leaders, but look at her. She is the prime example of a consistent worker, because I know that in a 7-day week, I might not work so hard. I may work 6 out of 7 days hard. Ashley is busting her tail 7 out of 7 days. So share with us just in the messages that you send, like the 100 messages a day. I know you told me some of those are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're follow-ups. Do you message for products? Do you message for distributors? Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So this time last year, I really started working my Instagram. So I had like 2,000 followers this time last year, and now I have over 8,000. So I think it's just a process. But my Instagram has been like popping lately. So I'll post on my Instagram story, and then when people view it, like I'll just watch it like in 30 minutes, see who viewed it in 30 minutes. I normally have like 200 people, and I'll just go message like, hey, I saw you viewed my story about the cleanse and wraps. Do you want more information? Because they viewed it. Like,
So, do you know I've never done that? And I have like 300 to 500 people who view my story about products, and I've never messaged them. I do when I do the poll thing, but I've never even thought to like go see who views my story.
Well, and they keep looking at it because I'll put like picture over picture, like the text, I'll keep the text popping up, and they keep looking at it. So clearly they're interested. And if they're not, then they know not to keep watching my story because I'm going to message them. But
Ashley, like that is so simple. Why haven't I?
It is. I know. It's literally so simple. I don't know. Anyways, and then I don't really message about becoming a distributor. I don't know. I feel like I should. Maybe I should. But I kind of just let people come to me. But I'm always posting about becoming a distributor on my Facebook and my Instagram story. So it's like there's never a day that goes by.
Now, you post about the products. You post mostly about products on your story, right? Not on your like account.
Yeah, so like the last day of the month, I did post a picture of like hair, skin, and nails, and then I archived it so they would just like go away. I can still see who liked it. So I personally, I don't know. I'm just weird about my Instagram, so I'm not going to post a picture of hair, skin, and nails. Like I'd rather post a picture of me with nothing and just say I'm looking for 10 people who want to grow out their hair, and I'll get like 400 likes.
Well, and that's kind of what I've been doing lately too. And I get way more likes now that I don't put any it works on my account, like nothing. It's all in my story though.
Yeah. And like, I know so many people are going to say, well, my Instagram isn't, I don't have any followers. Well, just grow it and you'll get followers, you know, like,
gosh, I love you. How do you grow your Instagram account, Ashley? Or how does one do that?
Okay, so you just I like to go to places, and I will type in like, don't do this because then you're going to take all my followers. But you can type in Sprinkles ATM, and you'll see all of the Sprinkles ATM locations. So there's one in Dallas, Texas. There's one in Tampa, Florida. There's one in Las Vegas. And I'll just go like click on someone's picture that checked in there, and then just go through their likes and follow.
Yeah, y'all, it's literally, I love funny memes. Like I can laugh at memes all day long. And so I go to all these sites on Instagram that, you know, that have funny memes. And I just like people who like memes are kind of like me, right? I mean, and I just follow. Like it's honestly, it's not rocket science to grow your Instagram account. But the thing is you have to be consistent. So you can't follow people one day and then not follow people the next day. You have to do these things consistently. Right, Ashley?
Yeah. And I mean, I think like I said, towards the end of the month, I wasn't really focusing like the last 5 days to follow people. Cause like, you know, I wasn't just going to just follow people. Like I needed to use my time wisely cause I needed customers. So yeah, I mean, I'll just follow like 200 to 400 people a day, but I don't use any apps. Like I literally use my thumbs, and it's not hard. Like do it while you're at a stoplight, do it while you're going to the bathroom, do it while you're sitting right here listening to me talk about it. You know, like you can do it whenever. Anytime you don't know what to do, just go follow people on Instagram.
Oh my God, I love that. Y'all, she doesn't use an app. And I have found that when I do use an app, I get like a lot of empty followers. Like people who don't really, what are they called? What's the proper word for it? Just a follow to followers? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So what about unfollowing people? How do you do that? Or do you even do that?
I really need to because my ratio is so bad right now. I've been unfollowing like the past 2 days. So I use Cleaner for it. And then I just do the maximum batch 50, and I try to do like 50 people every 30 minutes. But I've been getting blocked a lot. And I can't message people either. So when you use third-party apps such as Captivate and Cleaner and the followers, you're going to get blocked from messaging. So stop using fake apps unless you want to unfollow people. So don't use apps to follow people, because then you're going to get blocked from messaging.
And
they do not like third-party apps, just like buffered when your interaction goes down.
And also, y'all use your text replacement keyboard, because Instagram will not pick up that as copy and pasting. So if you're an Apple user, I don't know if they have it for Android, but if you have an Apple phone, you need to take a day and like put your product descriptions on your keyboard. Just any little thing that you can do for your predictive, or for your key, whatever it's called, not predictive text, but it's replacement.
Text replacement shortcut. So for like every product I talk about, I have the text replacement. And like my initial message, I have a text replacement. It's literally view story. Hey, I saw you viewed my story about, and I'll have to switch that up a little bit, but don't copy and paste in the thread, because then they'll know you're copying and pasting.
Yeah, you copy. Yeah. Okay. So you privately message those people. Right. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so y'all, and I know you guys want to know like the question that she's asking, but let's like really think about what she's telling you guys. She uses her Instagram account. She follows people every single day, and she follows when she's sitting on the toilet, when she has downtime, when she's bored, when her boyfriend's telling her something that she doesn't want to listen to, when she's watching a TV show. So basically, anytime she has downtime or doesn't know what to do, she's following people. She's posting product pictures on her story, and she's actually just messaging the people who view it. Hey, I saw you viewed my story about the cleanse. Would you like some more info or whatever? We don't need to know exactly what Ashley's saying. Ashley is being herself. So I want to really talk about this. Like, y'all, think outside the box. We don't need to copy and paste what other people are doing. We know what to do. Now, if you want a quick product description on the products, go to the team page and ask for that. But as far as like these scripts, this is how as a company we're getting spammy. Okay, so I have my message that I send to everybody, but I don't want to give it to y'all, because I don't want 180 people over here going to Instagram and sending out Amy Spence's message because you think it works for me. You know what I mean? So be yourself, just like Jonathan was saying. Act like they're your friend and you're just talking to them face to face. What would you say to your best friend if they viewed your story? What would you say? Just say that. And on Instagram, the way that I view it, I am fearful still of Facebook. I don't know why. I guess it's because I am more vulnerable on Facebook, maybe because I write out my stories, and so I'm afraid to really message people that I don't really know. But on Instagram, I pretend this is how I get over my fear, and this may help for somebody. I pretend that Instagram is this big separate world that I don't live in, and I'm never going to meet these people. Okay. So I'm never going to meet these people on Instagram. I don't even know who they are. So if they tell me yes, great. If they tell me no and to go away, I don't really care, because they're in this universe that I don't even know about. I'm never even going to meet them. And that's the way I get over my fear on Instagram. And I am not afraid to message anyone on Instagram. Yes, do I try to build a relationship with them? But no, I really don't. I'm being honest. I just message people and get to know people. And there's this one girl who I think Davina said, or that she becomes their best friend. That's what I've been doing lately on Instagram. When they first tell me no, I'm like, that's okay. Thank you so much for being nice and responding back to me and answering my question. What do you do? Where do you live? And I just become friends with them, and I'm asking them questions about their life. And after a couple weeks, this one girl yesterday was finally okay, send me some information about hair, skin, and nails. So just every day, ask that person a question and just get to know them. But anyways, that's how I get over my fear on Instagram. But Instagram is I think the last statistic I read is that there's I don't even remember the number, but it was almost 3 times the amount of people on Instagram as there is Facebook. So there's 1 billion people in this world. Instagram's where it's at, y'all. And just because Ashley may have messaged somebody random 5 months ago and they said no, and then I messaged them and they may like me better than Ashley, or vice versa. They may connect with somebody vice versa. So when somebody tells me, oh, I've already been messaged by an It Works girl, my first question is, oh, did you order from them or did you join their team? And they will say, no, I'm not into that. And I'm like, oh, why not? Like, don't be afraid to just ask them questions, just like you would if your best friend looked at you, which I had a best friend who went and got a tummy tuck, and I swore to her that if she used 8 of our wraps, it would fix her tummy, but our wraps are witch voodoo to her, and so she didn't. But I would look at her and be like, why don't you just use our wraps? I'm going to give you 8 for free. And anyways, that's how you need to be with these people. Am I right, Ashley? Is that how you, like, you're just real blunt with them, right? She had to put me on mute because her dogs are barking. Oh, can I unmute you? Yeah, absolutely. I forgot that I have that feature. And I'm sorry I got on my soapbox, but I know that everyone on here is super duper smart, and everyone on here can really think about what they want. And if you need a little bit of help, then you reach out and ask us, and I don't mind helping you form a message. But I get so many messages, y'all, from It Works distributors, and it's so copy and paste, and they don't take the time to look at my profile. And I don't want my team doing that, or our team, because I know not all y'all are on my team. I don't want this team, because we're all under Chantel. So I don't want the team under Chantel to do this. I don't want us to get that name. I want us to be different. I don't want to be spammers.
Yeah, so with what you were saying with Instagram, I refuse to follow anyone in St. Louis because I might be friends with them on Facebook, and I don't know why, but I just don't like Facebook with messaging. It just doesn't work for me. So I'm not going to follow anyone who's ever checked in at a Blues game or a Cardinals game or the Arch or anything like that. And that's why I made a whole new Instagram. So that Instagram that I made was brand new a year and a half ago. So just look at it as you're going to be in this business forever. That's all you have to do. You're going to be in it forever, and you're going to put the work in, and your Instagram's going to build. But you got to have the right pictures, and you just have to have everything it has to look good. So you can follow as many people as you want, but if you're taking a picture with all the lights off, you're never going to get followers. You're not going to get likes. So you do have to be a little bit good with lighting, which is not hard at all. But I just refuse to follow or message anyone. And if someone that I went to high school with follows me, I'm not even going to follow them back because I don't want to accidentally message them. And same with all the distributors that follow me. I'm just not going to follow you guys back. I'll let you guys follow me, but I'm not going to follow you back because I don't want to accidentally message you. So just make your Instagram, if you have one already or you started one, maybe you joined 3 years ago like me, just don't message anyone that's in your area, and then you don't follow anyone in your area, and you'll never be worried about who to message because you're never going to message anyone you ever see. You'll never see anybody.
I agree. And someone asked a question that says you don't message at all on Facebook. Do you message at all on Facebook, or is it more you have to work harder to build those relationships?
No, I post about the business, so if I see for a while people will continue to like my post, then I'll say, hey girl, I saw that you liked my post, a few of my posts. I'm not sure if you're interested in the business or the products, but if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask.
Because like I said, with the whole Instagram, y'all, I just feel it's more people are more okay, yeah, this is what people do. They message on Instagram about getting products. On Facebook, sometimes when I try to add people, they're like, do I know you? Because I don't think I know you, and I never get that really on Instagram. They may not follow me back, but they're not going to message me and be like, why did you follow me? So yeah, anyways, Ashley, what is I know we're coming up to an hour, but is there anything else that you think in your journey, the last 7 months, is there anything or a couple things that you think you can talk to us about, whether they're newbies or they've been in for 4 years and they're, at the top of the company? I still need to hear it. What are some things you can tell us?
One, just know that like whatever you're doing is going to pay off. Like there's no way that it won't. And I tell that to every distributor on my team. Everybody's time is different though. So like you said, for me, 2 years being stuck as a diamond and not maintaining diamond for a whole one of those years, like I could have given up. So just knowing that whatever you're doing, like I said, you just have to know you're not going to quit. So don't whine and cry about your rank and where you are, because you're going to be in it forever. You're never going to quit if that's the way you're going to look at it. But if you're looking at it like, oh, this is a 6-month plan or whatever it might be, then you're going to fail. So you have to know that you're going to do this for the rest of your life. And until you get to where you want to be, like, you just have to know that whatever you're doing is going to pay off. Like Howard was saying last night, a farmer doesn't go out and look at his seeds and wondering if they're growing. Like, you don't just do that. You have to water them every day and know that it's going to happen. And then another thing, like, just within the past, like, I guess it was a month and a half, Haley and I we found a new church, and like that church has been amazing. I started giving back to the church. So if you're making an income, like, find a way to give back with it. Like that's literally, I swear by it. I started giving back. I've only given like $150. I gave back. I went double diamond in the same month, and I earned an opportunity to work someone's Instagram and make $1,000 a month from that Instagram the month I started giving back. So if you have an income, whether it's small or not, I started like $10. Start somewhere, and even if it's the Gives Back Foundation, I give $5 a month. Do it, set it up, take it out of your income every month, because it literally says in the Bible that when you give, it will be given back to you 30, 60, 90 fold. So you have to do it. If you're making money and you're just using it all to yourself, you're being selfish. And like, literally, I swear I will never stop giving back. And I'm like, I need 8 customers. I got to go give some money real quick. I'm just kidding. But it's just, I mean, you really have, you just can't use your money to yourself. Like, you have to give, because like that, it's just, I don't even know how to express how it's just crazy how much my income changed in 1 month after giving money and just like putting God first and just praising and asking. It says in the Bible that you ask, or you have not because you ask not, and ask and I will give the nations to you. So you have to ask for loyal customers every day. You have to ask for distributors every day. You have to ask to build with motivation, integrity, grit, zeal, drive, determination. I say that every day. So you just have to ask for whatever you want, and it will happen. You have to keep on asking, even if you don't get what you want, and keep working.
And I love that you say that about giving. And y'all, find something like she said, if you don't go to church, or you don't want to give to your church, or if you're already giving to your church, whatever, find something in your community. Like, make a stand in your community. Find something you're passionate about. I love writing my donation checks twice a year to the PKU research. Like, that's going towards my daughter's future, and if we ever have another child, whatever. So find something you're passionate about, and definitely give back, even if it's a little. Like she said, a little goes a long way. So I freaking love you. Is there anything else on your heart that you have, anything else that you think you can tell us? Because everyone's like, I can listen to her for another 30 minutes.
Just do it. Just go for it. Don't make excuses, and just know that like your time is coming, but it's not going to happen if you work for like 4 days out of the 7 days of the week. Like, you just have to do stuff every single day. And Denise Walsh always says, like, work based on what you want and not how you feel. And I've lived by that for the past 7 months. And that's like why I am where I am. And I'm not stopping. Like, our team like is literally going to blow up within the next 3 years. And I just know that like I'm going to be an ambassador by the time I'm 25. So I got like 2.5 years to do it. And like,
I just had chill bumps. Okay, real quick, when is your triple diamond goal?
Let's say July.
And y'all know that like I claimed ambassador twice on Facebook in front of the whole world, and it didn't happen. So go claim something, y'all. Put it out there to your family. Put it out there to the world. If it doesn't happen, who cares? You're that much further. But you've got to have a goal in mind, you guys. You got to have that next thing you're working for. Okay. I freaking, oh, look. Hannah goes, I hopped on Instagram and messaged people that have viewed my story. I'm already starting to get responses. Do it.
Yes.
As little as that, you guys. And Ashley doesn't use someone to build her Instagram. She doesn't use apps. She does it herself. So just know that it can happen. I mean, think about how much time you have in between stuff. Like, I sat in carpool line for 15 minutes today and followed people. You can do it. Okay. Yes, Allie, you're going to get over Instagram and you're going to pretend like this. It's just this like world that doesn't exist. And just these people you're never going to run into, like you just don't even know them. That's how I got over my fear. All right, Ashley, I love you. I will post this recording tomorrow, you guys. And I am so excited to watch you go triple. And actually, my biggest thing is to watch you walk that stage as an ambassador diamond. I think I will have tears like you're one of my own. So I love you, girl. And I'm so glad that you stuck through all of your ups and downs and you're here with us. So, all right, guys, everyone have a great night.